month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September. You're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
That one good for 29.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Looking for room out on the edge. He's not going to find it. As a matter of fact, I think they tracked him down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job by the defense, and it's 4th down. The Bears call out their field goal team. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
Across the 25-yard line. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time and taking the snaps. A quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
They try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he'll take this up past the 40. A pickup of 5. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. got his man. Right side. It's complete. Second time they've connected on this drive. And 19 yards out of this one. Throwing now on 1st and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. He's got it! And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Lions. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
And that was just a great drive. Really, from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix and run, work to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bears offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. Got it. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be backed up as much as they could have. Drive's going to start from beyond the 20. The Lions offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And he gets this. To the 1st down, mark him at the 32. Now a 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. This will be returnable from his own 15. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. His drive will start on the ground, and he's going to wind up losing yardage here. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Set up the wide receiver screen. It's Odunze. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Brad Robbins now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Lions offense getting set to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. 1st and 10. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. He's going to be taken down, but there's a late flag in the backfield that might give him 15 more yards. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Back to the air one more time. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Touchdown, Detroit. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. Up the middle they go. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd and 9.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Now an opening past the 30. Inside the 30. And he will dive into the end zone. 93 yards. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why.
This returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They need to start making some Now a loose football. The Lions have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught.
And remember that. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. From the gun, here's a handoff, and it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Gets home. He'll go down. They got him. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down.
It's just so hard to get anything going when you're just not confident running your own system, and all these early sacks. Yes, they kill drives, but think what it does to the quarterback. The quarterback just can't be confident operating out of the pocket. There's no rhythm, there's no timing, and everything you planned on doing today coming in is out the window.
On comes the punter now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. That's fielded at about the 18. Oh, hello! He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Thrown left side. The catch is made. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. To the air now on 1st and 10. Going for it all. What about that? Out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. The production has been sensational early on. The last catch putting him over 100 receiving yards, and we still have another half to play. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early. The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Try it again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal. close to the goal line, but they're... Put him down at the 1.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. If this quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight, he's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now brings up 3rd and goal.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on in. So we reach halftime, and the visiting Lions are in the lead. As we'll get you down to Orlando now. That's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They've definitely outplayed their opponents to this point. They might be looking to grind out some first downs and chew up some valuable time on the clock.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And he's going to take it in for the touchdown. Whoa! Have a friend in the right spot at the right time. The fumble, not a turnover, but a TD. And special teams changes the momentum. Right after a 3-and-out, you think you're getting the ball back instead. Not just a turnover, Greg, but a touchdown the other way.
Yeah, and you can just see their body language. The wind has come out of their sails. The offense is fired up. Great job, defense. You force a 3-and-out, and you got your helmet on. You think you're about to take the field and get a possession. Next thing you know, disaster strikes. Not only the turnover, Mike, the scoop score, and they take it back for 6.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense and the... Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. They'll stick with him again. And they'll stop him. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Whoa, and not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's a 2nd and 9. Putting the tight end in motion. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now a give on the ground, and he nearly got the 1st down there. They'll give him 9 yards, but setting up a very manageable 3rd and 1. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
He'll send a tight end in motion right. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. They'll try to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete.
And on a game where it seems like this quarterback hasn't really done much wrong, it's really his most critical missed throw so far. He's had himself a really good game up until this point, but I think that's one when he goes back and watches the tape, he knows he should have it.
Here's the Lions punt team now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Quick throw here is complete. And That keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They bring the tight end in motion. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. Now they'll run. It's a counter. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Slot man in motion right. Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. He'll look to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the Bears' first down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. They bring their tight end right. Now a give up the middle. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackle for the loss of a yard. He'll go right and find his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Rome Odunze, the one he was looking for. And that'll set up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
From out of the gun, he'll throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. And, of course, all scoring plays are. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. And it's looking like this could be another win for this team. That'd be 5 in a row to start the new season as they try to finish this one off. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And this will be a Lions first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Lions.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
26-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He's going to dial up another deep ball.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And the Lions first down.
Oh, he tried to throw it back across his body, but it's intercepted. To the 20. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And now, after the pick 6, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. That'll be caught. And he's going to get the 2-point conversion there. So bring it down to a 14-point deficit. He fields it at the 8. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense back onto the field for their next possession. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some clock here, and they'll start this drive 1st and 10. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. And this will be a Lions first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. And just a short pickup there to about the 44. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And he will score again. Touchdown, Detroit. 3 touchdowns for him. Numbers 6, 7, and 8 on the season. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they will bring him down. Other side of midfield. Throwing now on 1st and 10. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your...
He is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Bears are able to cut into the deficit. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he will take this down, close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. They convert on 3rd down. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack. Now Detroit's going to use their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in this one. To the end zone, it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not Page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play. 3rd down, 3 to go. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just...
He gets free inside the 30. And is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. And this one is blocked. Big opening up the middle. Inside the 40. And he's going to take this one back all the way. Disastrous. The blocked extra point leads to 2 for the defense instead of 1 for the offense.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Here's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to take a shot down the field. And the final